Hello, and thank you for joining me. I'm getting ready to start another video, and it's going to be a wild ride. I was able to get back down south. I haven't been there in like 4 or 5 months. I think it's 5 months to Sunset Bay, and I believe what you're looking at here are hair follicles. And I'm going to show you some more pictures here, and then I'm going to get into some video. This is absolutely over the top stuff. Like I said, it's going to be a wild ride. There's some killer biology here, and I believe what we're dealing with is layers of tissue, the skin, hair follicles, interstition, things like that. In fact, I know they are. And so I'm move on ahead on here and show you some more pictures here. Here's another picture. Here's those hairs right over here. I just showed you. They're right here, and then here's that some more of that fabric. That someone's got some interstition in here, and I'm gonna show you a little bit of it now. There's some of the interstition. This is the same stuff on your skin. You know, usually it has straps that go from each one to each one, connecting them, and that's what allows your skin to go back together when you pinch it, and it goes back into place. That'd be this stuff underneath your skin. Here's a close-up to more of them, as you can see. And here's some more here. And this is the stuff that they're in, the matting around them. Okay, this is interstition that's underneath your skin. Everybody has it. See these balls? You can see where these are stretched out. These are the bands that connect each one, you know, like a Chinese finger thingy, you call them, finger trap. And you can tell what's being pulled tight, what's not being pulled tight, and by the way they're stretched out. This has got tension on it, where these don't have tension on them. And you're going to see the balls in my video grouped up in some places. Other places they're sporadic out and around. And that's because of the tension that was on them, or not any tension on them. And that's why they're grouped in bunches, I believe. And all these straps, I did find one strap that's on one of the balls, and I pointed out in the video. But almost all the straps are gone on mine. They're eroded away. It's the first thing that gets eroded. I was able to find one of the interstition balls with a strap still attached, and I have it right here. Straps coming off the interstition. I think I might have one here. See it right there? That's one of the straps that were hooked over the other ones. Looks like most of them are eroded. But most of them will be eroded. First thing to go. I'm going to be bringing you these. This is hair follicles. Here's a shot of another one. That's a hair follicle. Okay, you're going to see this in my video. Over here to the right is going to be a lot of the tissue that's... This is all in a sequence, layer by layer, as it would be on the creature. Clear down to some tendon, which I'll show you here, that I believe is going on in a shot here. We'll be getting to this tendon material. This here is a hair follicle. Look how big it is. In the video, this is what we're going to eventually get to, and I'm going to try to get out to someday. That right there. I believe we're finally getting down into tendon material right here. Tendons. Oopsie. Right in there. Okay, I'm going to try to get out here this summer, but I believe now this is layers down. We're starting to, I believe we're starting to get into tendons. Alright, so I'm going to get this video going, and we'll be getting into this, and some killer stuff coming, so it's going to be a wild ride. Get ready. Hello. This is a real exciting day for me. I've been bringing you guys that series of videos up the coast on the Oregon Mud Fossil group, and now I'm back down south, about 50 miles south of where I've been. I was coming here last summer right at the end of the season, and the tides changed, and I couldn't get back down here. I was only here for about 3 hours, and I got as much footage as I could. I'm showing you this stuff in here so you can get a really good look at it and see what's going on. This place is just over the top, and I want to get some pictures today and do some more research down here. So I thought I'd get a bunch of video, and look at that in there. And I'm going to pan down here. I'm going to pan all over the place here. This is all biological. But there's some stuff I wasn't able to get to last year. I really wanted to get pictures. Those got those segment lines on them like I'm going to show you here. I really wanted to study some stuff I got down here that I believe are, I'm not sure if it's nerves or hair follicles I've seen from last year. And that's some stuff right there, I'm not sure. See the next row right below it? And then you got those there. Quite a ways away from me. I wish I could get out to it, but I can't. See those segment lines on there? Okay, I'm hoping to get some over here to my right. Look at this down in here. And yes, you're going to get a lot of erosion. What I'm trying to show you, see the tip of this one right below me right here? Along this edge? And it goes into this pattern here. A lot of that fabric's wore off now. Okay, I'm gonna go over here and get another shot, different angle. Okay, here's a different angle. I wish I could get out there. This isn't no way. Really wanted to study that. They have it way over there also. Man, you talk about a gorgeous day. Anyway, I'm headed over there. That's where some stuff I wanted to get around and look at. I wish I could get into there. Look back on some of this. And then got interstition balls right over there I'll be getting to. Alright, I'm going to head on over that way. Man, it's cold. It's February 18th. And she's a little nippy still. Okay, this is a really good spot to show you the different layers of fabric. You can see down in there how it's different than the next layer above it there. And then you got another fabric layer there. And then you got a big thicker piece. And then another fabric layer. And that's what all them right in there are. Those are fabric layers. Everything else is collapsed, kind of degraded down. And you got a fabric layer, a fabric layer. If you could remove each layer and look at it, they would look like some of that stuff in there on the top you're seeing of each layer, if you could lay it all out in front of us. And you can see it's actually a fabric. If I can get it on there. Like that one right there. And the next one up there, look at that fabric on there. It's a matrix that lays, we're built in layers, layer after layer after layer of membranes. And lots of membrane, lots of layers, even inside your body. These are not sedimentary deposits. Anyway, yeah. I just wanted to show you, here's a good example that I can show you the different layering. And if I look over to my right here, let me move it a little bit, you'll see we're getting into the interstition that's underneath the skin. See those balls right there? And you look up in the corner there, you'll see it get kind of melty looking. Okay, that's more of that fabric with the interstition balls in it that keeps it in its place. So anyway, I'm going to move over that direction, move on around here. And a lot of this is gone, degraded, collapsed, turned into SiO2 and sand out in the ocean. Okay, I'm a little farther over to the right now, and you can see the interstition balls in there. And the fabric of the matting that was there laying. It's all degraded now. See, all those things are huge too. I mean, they're pretty darn big around. If you look right beside him, you can see the pattern of that matting. Still some of the fabric left. You can barely see the pattern. Okay, but I'm going to swing on over to the right because this is where I wanted to be, because I'm going to go in here and take some samples and some more pictures, and so I can study it closer, some of this stuff. Still pictures work better for me. So I'm gonna go on over this way here in a minute. We're gonna look at some of this stuff today. Okay, I specifically wanted to look how the spacing is on these things. I noticed when I was here end of the last summer, and then I noticed this in some of my pictures, this fabric, and some more of the, this fabric's actually laying over top of those. You can see how they're, I can't really see it from here. It looks to me like it's a fabric that's laying over top of them. These are more of I believe they might be hair follicles or nerve endings. I'm not sure, because this is on a scale that's off the charts, and I'll show you why I think that in a minute here. To over to the right. And look at the pattern on this. See that cross pattern, the squares? Down there, right over in there. And we'll be taking a look at that stuff here in a minute. And this is not sedimentary deposits. Some of this is actually tissue in there, layer after layer after layer, clapped down on itself. And the stuff that was more preserved is poking up through it, and that's why you see that. Whoopsie, sorry about that. That's why you see that right there, poking up through it. That stuff just collapsed down over it, I believe. So we're going to be taking a look at some of this stuff over here so I can get some better pictures. Okay, I was just standing above this thing taking pictures. Got the sun in your face here. This is from the other side of that matting I just showed you. It's all busted off, but you can see this line of them. And they run right on down through there. Yeah. Well, they're in down there is what I want to get pictures of, because I got some really, some of the stuff's not so degraded. Okay, I'm going to turn the GoPro on here for a while and walk down that way. I'm starting to run into those segment lines that I seen in my last video I took when I was down here last year, and they bust off right at those segment lines. I'm gonna get down here and show you what I'm looking at. Well, I really want to get down here. And that's these right here. These are either, I believe, some kind of a nerve, something to do with nerves or hair follicles. I'm not sure. And I'll show you why I believe that, because they got a big old bag on the back end. I call it a bag, the duct or whatever you call it. But I'm starting to run into the segment lines. I noticed that, and they snap off right there. See, these lines started. See how big they are? These things are huge. And I'm starting to run into them. Okay, I was walking along. I think I ran out of battery. I had to switch batteries real quick. But anyway, when I was down here last summer, I noticed these, and they look like either something to do with nerves or hair follicles, and I'm not sure. So I was come down here because I noticed these these lines run across. And these things are massive. I mean, you can see how big they are. So I want to get over these. These are in better shape. They're not so deteriorated. This one is, but they're really big on the back end, and they go up into the, like, well, you can see what they do. And some of them are missing the top part, you know. I don't know what's over here. No, yeah. This one down here was the one that's the most intact. See it? No, oh, yeah, it's see how they're formed? They're just so degraded. This is the only one I found that's really intact more than the other ones. And these things are huge. I mean, massive. Can't begin to fathom. And everything's turned to like sandstone. And those are not sedimentary deposits. That's actually tissue up on top that's just all degraded and melted. See the red and the oranges in it? Anyway, so I'll get my camera out and get some pictures of this stuff. And then start doing some research. Oh. Whoa, haven't been over in there, holy cow. Probably won't get in there until later in the summer. Too much walking around trying to get down in there, so but I do want to get over in there and those check out that, especially around the corner over in there. So that's what I plan on doing later on this summer and bringing more video. Last year I almost fell in down there in one of my videos, sliding down that thing. All right, it can be slick around here. So, okay, I was just up there looking at that row. I noticed there's a row below here, but I believe that's another fabric. Could be a fabric or a interstition matting below it, and that stuff just all collapsed around it because that's more rounded and not like I see up on top. Stuff up on top's a little different, I believe. Anyway, I want to turn around here and show you this interstition. That's what it looks like. Up close. Real close. These things are huge. And they're in your body too, but you can't even see them with a neutron microscope, I don't believe. I could be wrong, but I do believe that's what this is. I believe it has to do with the skin and the matrix of the skin, or the layers of tissue underneath the skin. I'm pretty sure. Whoa, killer. Whoa, more of it down there. Okay, I've been looking for straps coming off the interstition. I think I might have one here. Looks like most of them are eroded. Trying to find one. Okay, now I want to get a look at some of this better this year too. So I'm, let's see, I think 50 miles south of where I was the other day. A lot of erosion, so, and it's not going to look like it did when it was alive by no means whatsoever. But that's absolutely tissue of some kind up on top there. Okay, I'm gonna go get up on top of this and see what's on the other side of it. Okay, I'm gonna get up on top now.